last.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rebecca if you are new here, and today I am talking all about weddings. I got married in 2019 in Puerto Rico, and a few people have actually asked me, how was it getting married in another place? How was it getting married in Puerto Rico? And so I kind of want to do this video here in my living room, just chatting with you on the vendors that I worked with and kind of my experience, kind of giving you a little tips and what not to stress. And you know, these are all just opinions from me, but I will tag everyone that I can find down on my description box. And again, if you are new here, I would love it if you subscribed and we became friends. And let's get to it. Okay, so to start off, we got married August 23rd, 2019, and we got engaged in Puerto Rico actually. So I'm Puerto Rican, my husband's Puerto Rican. I was born in Puerto Rico, I was born in Bayamon. I moved to Orlando probably 2000 or 2001. Or was it 1989? One of those years. I was pretty young, I was like 6 years old, and we moved here, and so I've been here ever since. But planning, you know, my dad was the one that actually gave me the idea to get married in Puerto Rico. He was like, it might be fun, it's a vacation. One of my really close friends got married in New York, and it was one of the most fun experiences, just being with close friends and family and just enjoying another city together, and it was just the best time. So I remember when I was planning my wedding, my dad actually was like, well, what if we get married in Puerto Rico? And I was like, or not we, me and Isaiah, and I was like, that sounds fun. I never always wanted to get married in Puerto Rico. That was never this thing. But when he said it, and after my experience with my friend's wedding, I was like, that actually might be really fun. So I got engaged in Puerto Rico, and then we were like, let's get married literally a year after. So I got married August 23rd, 2019, and I got married in Casa De Espana. Literally the most beautiful location. I contemplated, do I want to get married outside? Do I want to get married inside? Do I want to get married in a beach? There was so many different options. And the way that I was putting it all in my head, I'm like, it's August. It's always hot in Puerto Rico, but I was like, it's gonna be scorching hot. I didn't want a beach wedding. I knew that, but you know, you're just you're first getting married, you're figuring out all these things, right? And so I don't even know how, to be honest, I can't even remember how I saw Casa de Espana as an option. But when I found it, I was like, this is it. I sent Isaiah pictures. I was like, this is a place, because it literally is beautiful everywhere that you look. The floor is beautiful, everything was just so gorgeous, and I was like, I know that this is the place that I want to get married. So we ended up getting married. So usually everybody got married in this by the stairs, and I was like, I don't really they have this lamp figure there, and I was like, I don't really like this lamp, I don't want this in my photos. So I decided to get married the opposite direction, and nobody, I guess, got married in that direction. So when I said that, they were like, oh, well, you know, usually everybody gets married facing the stairs. And I was like, no, I'd rather my bridal party and I walk down the stairs to where the arches are. And so it was interesting because where the arches are is where the entrance is. So that was kind of interesting, but it wasn't I don't know, it didn't ruin anything. So it was just gorgeous, just amazing location. So if you are looking to get married there, I had just the best experience. The only thing was that I wasn't allowed to do any type of exit. So I didn't have an exit because they didn't allow sparklers, they didn't allow paper, confetti. They didn't allow a lot, and I was so ugh, by the time that I was making that decision, that I was like, we don't need an exit, it's fine, we'll walk down the stairs, it'll be fine. So that was the only thing where they were kind of picky on certain things. You couldn't put anything on the walls, obviously, because it's just so beautiful. But that was the only thing. The exit, I was like, that's kind of lame, but it is what it is, and it's totally fine. Those are the minor things that you're like, I don't really need this, you know what I mean? So okay, next thing is that I got married on a Friday. So Obviously, it's a little bit more affordable to get married during a weekday. So I got married Friday, I believe it was 5 p.m. And it was perfect because the location next to Casa De Espana is a business, like people work there. So we were able to utilize their parking at no cost, I believe. And so that was one thing that was concerning because there's not much parking in San Juan area. And knowing that those cars weren't gonna be there, it worked out perfectly. So the parking was like right next door. Food. So with food, me and Isaiah are not like foodies. We're not like, you know, we need, you know, for me, I feel like I don't go to a lot of weddings, but all the weddings that I've been to, it's not like I'm experiencing like 5-course meal, like 5-star review. Like it's a wedding, right? Like I'm not here for the food, I'm here to like celebrate the couple. So I feel like me and Isaiah were just so not picky with that. I even like was telling my dad, like, you guys, with him and my wedding planner, I'm like, you guys figure it out. Like I honestly couldn't care less about the food, and I knew that it was gonna be good either way because it's Puerto Rico. So I was like, whatever, like I don't care. But we ended up going with Chu Jesus Nieves, and I think his chef name is Chef Chu, C-H-U, Chu. And he made a paella, and it was the most beautiful paella. Everyone, it was not like a seated dinner. Everybody got up, got a plate, and people had seconds, and everybody loved the food. It was so good. Honestly, I wish I could tell you that it was delicious. I barely ate anything, so I don't even remember. I was just not hungry. Like I was just not hungry. So they served us like these beautiful plates, and me and Isaiah were like, I want to barf, because you know, you're full of nerves and butterflies, and you're talking to people, you're taking pictures, like it's like a lot. We were just like not hungry. So, but everyone said it was amazing. I did taste it a little bit. It was incredible, but honestly, I feel like every food in PR is amazing. For my rentals, I did a place called The Lounge, and I remember going when I was visiting and doing venues and checks and all of that. It was like this beautiful warehouse. We got to like pick the chairs, pick the linens, and it was so smooth and so seamless. So The Lounge, I can't say anything above that. They were just amazing, and yeah, I will link them below. Next, my flowers. And I wish that she was still in business doing this. She decided to just move forward with her career. She's doing other things, but her name is Mariangeli, C+M Events, Jelly. She was just the most amazing person to work with. She got the vibe, like she got what I wanted. Obviously I was like in a budget because flowers are expensive. So I flew her in from Orlando to PR. She got the flowers from Orlando to PR, and that was like a story in and of itself. It was like a whole mess for her, and she literally came through for me. So we did an arch where the arches were, and I just remember telling her, I'm like, I just want flowers everywhere. So there was just like flowers on like in the aisle, there was a flower arch, just like little flowers everywhere. Pinks, I love pink. I was like, I just want blush pinks and roses, and that's what it was. I had the most beautiful bouquet. Like the centerpieces were gorgeous. Like she is the most amazing like person ever, and then her talent is just incredible. For my stationery, I had Andy Mejia from Orlando. Her work, I'm just like her #1 fan. Literally, her work is incredible, and I've always knew that I wanted her to do it. So for my RSVP, we did the venue of Casa De Espana. The most gorgeous. I actually have it framed because she like gave me an extra copy. All right, this was the RSVP photo. Obviously it was like shorter or smaller, but it's just so beautiful. And that was like the location of my wedding. Andy Mejia, literally incredible. Literally everything she touches is pure gold, and so she did my RSVP, my wedding invitations, and then she did a seating chart that we had outside of our reception. Gorgeous. Like the script, and it was just so beautiful. Literally, she's amazing. Next thing is my wedding band. So we decided to go with a band instead of a DJ because I always knew that I wanted live music. I am just such a live music person. Isaiah and I love music, and so I was like, you know, I think that having a DJ would be a live band would be really, really fun. So we found a band called Cuenta Regresiva, and they were a hit. Everybody loved them. Literally everybody was dancing. It was such a vibe. Like, it was so fun. And like, having a live band at a wedding is just like, it hits different. So we danced. They were incredible. The only thing I would say is that I spent time like creating this playlist of like all the songs that I wanted, and they chose a few of those songs, but I understood, like, afterwards we were like, they obviously practiced it, like they have a flow, you know, and so every song went to the next song that went to the next song. So I could understand how like they have their own flow going. They kind of wanted to see your vibes, to see like the kind of music to choose from. But so that was the only thing that I was like, man, I spent all this time like literally searching for every single song possible. But totally fine, because when I was there, I didn't even think about it. It was just so fun having everybody dancing. So Cuenta Regresiva, again, I will link everybody below. For my cakes, I had C+M Contemporary cake designers, and we decided to go with 3 flavors. So the first one was red velvet, the second was rum and guava, and the third was vanilla with dulce de leche, and that was a hit. Everybody loved the cake. They said it was so good. We knew that we wanted multiple flavors, and so again, these people were just amazing. My cake looked so beautiful, and honestly the flavor was even more incredible. So C+M cake designers. Okay, my photographer and videographer, I flew them in from California and from Florida. So Foxgrove Films did my video, and Catherine Coons did my photography, and they were just the best. Like, and I remember telling my dad in the beginning, I was like, honestly, I want to spend the most money on videographer and photographer, because I hear so many horror stories, and just so many things I hear of people not liking their photos, photographers and videographers just being like difficult, and I was like, I am not having that. Again, they were incredible. So, and a lot of you actually found me from RJ Foxgrove Films video, and they asked me like, oh, you got married in Puerto Rico, like how was your experience? So like all of this is like why I'm doing this video. But yeah, incredible. Moving to my makeup. So Jomi, one of my best friends, she did my makeup. At first I was like, I want to do my own makeup, like I don't want, like, I don't know, I just didn't want to pay for that because I was just being cheap. And then my friends were like, Rebecca, on your wedding day, do you really want to do your makeup? Like, you are just gonna want to relax and have everything, like everyone just do stuff for you. And I was like, you know what, you're right. And Jomi, she's just amazing at makeup, and I knew that she would know how to make me feel beautiful and elevated and not like someone that I'm not. And that's what I told her. I was like, I don't want to be so done up. Like, I obviously want to have my makeup look good in photos, because I know, like, you know, they see to add a little bit more, but I was like, I don't want to not look like myself. And even Isaiah was like, I don't want you to do stuff that you don't normally do. And so she just like enhanced me and made me feel glowy and beautiful. And so Jomi did my makeup. And then for my hair, I had someone over there, her name is Ingrid, and I told her the same thing. I was like, I want my hair down. And that was like one of the things, was like, do I want my hair up, do I want my hair down? And again, I was like, what is normally, like, what does Rebecca normally do? And literally this, I did my hair like this with like a situation like that, I believe. And for me, I knew that that was gonna make me feel the most beautiful. So she did my curls. Literally, she was so nice. She came to my hotel. We did a trial the day before or 2 days before, and I was like, I love it. My hair stood with the heat of PR. So it was just, she was really nice, really sweet. She also did makeup. So she did my sister's makeup, and I think someone, my friend's makeup. So she does makeup and hair, but I was like, I know that I want Jomi to do my makeup, so just do my hair. And she knocked it out of the park. For transportation, we rented a van, for like a 15-passenger van for my bridal party, because I knew that obviously my bridal party buying their tickets to stay, like to come for my wedding, was just gonna be a lot. So we covered their hotel, so we stayed in the Serafina, and then we rented a 15-passenger van, and it was just the best thing ever. So my family and I got there a few days before the wedding to just enjoy time together, and then my friends came in the next day, and then it was just like a whole party after that. Rehearsal dinner was at La Concha Hotel. Literally just so gorgeous. They have like an outdoor section where you could reserve for private parties, but you're literally in front of the beach, so it just looked so magical. It was like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. I believe. I think it was 5 p.m. because like the sun was still out, but it was like setting. The food was so good. Everybody loved the food, and we basically just got to eat, and my dad and people were, you know, speaking life into our marriage, and they were just like, people were crying, and it was just so beautiful. And it was actually my dad's birthday that day, so we got to sing him happy birthday. So La Concha was just such like a beautiful touch, because we were able to just like have dinner at the beach, right? Like, we're at a destination wedding, we want to be beach vibes as much as possible, and like vacation vibes, and so that place really did it. Like, just so beautiful. My wedding dress I brought from Florida. I got it at Calvé Couture, and it was a Haley Page dress. I knew that I wanted something just like big. I didn't want anything to be form-fitting on me, because I just in general just, I don't know, I just preferred a little bit bigger. I knew that like I will never wear something like that again, and it was just my favorite. And I knew that I didn't want to change also, just because like I'm only gonna wear this one time, right? Like, I'm going to just wear the heck out of this dress. And so it was so fun. I loved it. I felt gorgeous in it. So Calvé Couture in Winter Park, their dresses are just incredible, and Haley Page dresses are just like so beautiful. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. Again, if you are new here, I'd love it if we became friends and you subscribed, and I will see you in my next video.